Hello. Hello. This is Patrick with Perching Wolf Studios, and I'm getting ready to do my weekly sacred pipe ceremony. So, waiting for people to catch up. Don't know I'm on yet. I'm on the river. Same river, different place. They're doing some kind of work or something, and so my normal spot on the river is actually fenced off, which didn't stop some other people from sitting on my part of the beach over there. But that's okay. I found another little place downriver, actually right on the river. See, and down there is where I usually am. So I'm just a little further downriver. Nice little secluded spot. Feels a little more cozy. Got the trees to my back. And let's see if I can turn the camera around again. Ta-da! So yeah, so here we are down on the Cedar River, a little bit further down. And I have a nifty little piece of moss to hold up my phone. Cool. All right, so I love that green behind me. That is like one of my favorite colors, that green, the trees, so healing. So, wait for maybe for a few more people to come on. How is everybody handling life at the moment? It's been tricky. I know I've been going through my highs and lows. I've been going through a lot of personal growth and personal initiations, things coming up that, hey Jennifer, been going through a lot of things coming up that I hadn't thought about in years, different emotions that I'd been kind of stuffing down since childhood. So that's not really fun, but it is part of the growth. And when you realize that what's on the other side of that, and you just, most of the time when those feelings come up, they are just needing to be felt. The reason they get stuffed down, the reason that we stuffed them down in our past, in our youth, is that we didn't know how to handle them. We're not taught in our society how to handle feelings. And so, hey Tanya. So when those feelings come up, just stay in your body. Don't fly off somewhere. Stay in your body and breathe and feel them. And oh hey Rhea. So just when those feelings come up, feel them. They are moving through. You're not meant to. The more you hide from them, the more they get stuffed down. So there's been a lot of feelings coming up. I'm sure it's the same with you. And so just feel those feelings. They just need to be felt and released. And if those feelings are coming up, it's a sign that you're there ready to heal, that you're there ready to let go of them. They're coming up because you're moving on to bigger and better things. So, so that's what, I never know what I'm going to say. I never know what I'm going to be inspired to say. But, so there you go. That is my feeling on feelings. So, but, you know, it's this whole period, I see this whole period as an initiation. You know, it is an awakening. It is, the earth is changing, the earth is moving, and we have to change and grow in order to stay harmonious with the earth. We are earth, we are part of the earth, we are nature. And so this is not beyond us. This is who we are, and the changes that need to be made, we're being nudged in that direction or pushed in that direction. But it's gonna be okay. It can't help but be okay. We're moving into new unknown territory, so it is an initiation, and like one of my teachers said, well, actually one of her guides told her, it wouldn't be an initiation if you knew you were going to survive it. I think that's what they call spiritual bypassing. But when you're in the throes of it, and it's taking you to your knees, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. That's an initiation. That's the snake shedding its skin. You're like in that last bit of the skin, and your reality, rather than, it feels like it's pushing in on you. It feels like that pressure pushing in on you. But what's really happening is you're outgrowing the old skin. So when you feel that pressure, know that it's a sign of your growth. It's not that the world is closing in on you. It's that you're outgrowing the world. You're literally bursting the seams of the old reality. And that is what we're doing in our local and our global communities. Everybody, the entire race, all living beings, we're all in this together, and we're stepping out of the known into the unknown. So if you can think of it more as an adventure, and the unknown is the dark, because we haven't been there yet, right? So the dark is the unknown. It's where we haven't been. We don't have the eyes to see beyond it. But the good news is that the dark is where all realities exist. All possibilities, all potentials exist in the dark. It is the cosmic womb of the goddess. It's the cosmic womb of the cosmic mother. And so the good news is that all realities exist there. And we get to decide which reality we're going to pull out of the dark and bring into the light. And so that's part of the reason I started doing these, is to help us come together and pray for a good future, kind of anchor into that reality, that where humanity comes through it greater than we've ever been, more connected than we've ever been, more in harmony than we've ever been. That is my dream, and that's the way I see our future. And that is the way, when I'm praying, when I'm doing ceremony, that is the future that I hold on to. And the more of us that can focus on that dream, on that reality, the quicker it is going to manifest, and the easier, the more of us that raise our vibrations, do our personal work, the more it'll reflect in the outer world, and we'll be able to span the obstacles and the ditches and everything to get to the reality that we want to be in. So keep the faith. Know that if you're here on the planet at this moment, you have what it takes to get through this. You wouldn't be here otherwise, I promise. So, once again, I'm Patrick, in case you're just coming in. I'm doing a sacred pipe ceremony. And the first thing we do at ceremony is we need to set sacred space. And that is not to keep the bad things out, or to worry about being attacked or anything from the outside. What we're doing is setting up a sacred space, like a bubble of light and love, like a pot or pan where you cook your ingredients. You create an artificial environment where things can take place, like alchemical things, transmutation, transformation, taking different ingredients and changing them into something else. That is what our sacred space is. And so we call in the spirits. I drum in the spirits of the elements, and the spirits of the upper world, the spirits of the lower world, and the compassionate spirits of the middle world, to hold space for us to create this bubble. And only love is invited, only love gets in. And because we set up that bubble, that frees us to be in this space together, and to send out our prayers, and to be at one with the universe. Does that make sense? So I am going to drum in the elements, and I'm hoping there's some people down on the beach upriver from me a little bit, and I'm hoping they're not going to be too loud. But even if they are, it's all good. So here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, to the Fae, the spirits of the land, and the ancestors of the land. We thank you for your presence. Bless us with your love and your light. Aho. So, and just realize that there is no such time and space are an illusion. So as I set that sacred space around me, I was also setting it around you as well. So we're in the same sacred space. And I don't know if you noticed any shifts in the energy, or if it feels suddenly a little calmer, a little more centered. That's great. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. I've been pretty much since the pandemic, since the quarantine started, I've been doing pipe ceremony every single day, just to help to hold the vibration, and to send, be a point of light to help hold the vibration, so that, to radiate light and love as the world shifts and finds its center, finds its level. And so I started, and I decided I wanted to share at least once a week, share it with others, so we can join a community, join our prayers and our energy together to help uplift humanity, to help ourselves to get through, and face all the things, like I was talking about our feelings earlier, coming up during this time. And it's for me, I always look forward to this, and I really appreciate you guys sharing this space with me and joining with me. It really makes a difference. The energy, you might not realize it, but just you're watching, just you're joining in, even if you're watching this after, like not live, like I said, time and space is an illusion. So even if you're watching this and I'm not live, you are still included in that space. That sacred space is beyond, we're between the worlds now. So you can join this anytime. In fact, if you watch this over again, you can still join into this circle. So welcome. What was I gonna say? I totally lost my frame of thought. Anyway, so thank you. That's what I was saying. Just thank you for joining. The more there are of us, the more people who are empowered and radiant in the world, the better off everybody is. So I feel like that's my job. That's what I'm here to do, is to help empower people, to help them find that light within them. And if at least once a week I can give this little bubble of space and time for you to exhale, to let the world off of your shoulders and just relax for at least a moment every week, that's something. So, and like I said, you can come back to the circle anytime, as many times as you want to watch this. If you're getting something out of it, come back to this time and this space at any time to help refresh yourself. So the next thing I like to do, the first week I did this, I didn't do it live. I did it on my own, but I invited people to join me energetically, and it was amazing. But it was also the energy was all over the place, and I had a really hard time grounding afterwards. So now that I'm doing it live and we're kind of all on the same page, I like to do a quick little guided meditation to kind of synchronize our energies, bring us into our center rather than being all out here somewhere. So as you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Release it. Feel your shoulders relaxing, your jaw relaxing, and feel the support of whatever you're sitting on or laying on, holding you up. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, feel the base of your spine descending into the earth, like a big taproot going down deeper and deeper. The earth receives your taproot and holds you lovingly. And let that go as deep as it needs to feel centered, to feel stable, to feel supported. And you might let other little roots grow off of that main taproot into the earth to help stabilize you more, to help you feel present, to help you feel centered, to help you feel safe, because you are safe. And then after sitting there for a moment or two, take a deep breath and bring your consciousness up to your heart. And breathe through your heart for a couple of breaths. And then bring your awareness to the top of your head and open your crown chakra. You can picture the aperture of a camera on the top of your head opening, however big or small you feel comfortable, and find the moon in the sky. Connect with the moon and feel her sending a loving pillar of silver light through your crown down into your heart. Just feel your heart just soaking it in with every breath, breathing it into your heart, that beautiful silver light. And as you continue to breathe, with every breath, feel the breath stoking this light, brightening the light of your heart, filling it out until every cell in your body is like a little sun radiating light. And every time you breathe, every time you exhale, feel that light radiating out a little further and a little further until it encompasses your home. And then breathing a little further, and it encompasses your town. And breathe it out even further until it encompasses your state. And then it encompasses the country. Let it continue to grow with every breath until eventually your light of your heart encompasses the globe. You hold the globe in your light and your love, connecting with every heart of every living being. And as we raise our own vibration, our own radiance and light, we invite every heart to rise to meet us. So when you feel comfortable, you can either leave your light out there, or you can call it back into your body. Bring your awareness back to your heart, back to your breathing, where you are. You may leave your crown chakra open, or you may close it, or leave it open a little, whatever feels comfortable. But breathe, take a deep breath into your body. And as you continue to breathe, feel yourself back in your body. Feel the earth or the chair or the couch you are sitting on. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Pat your legs, bring yourself back fully into your body. And when you're ready, open your eyes, come back. There we go. How does that feel? Thank you for doing that with me. Oh, that feels so good. All right. So, what we're here for today, I'm going to be doing a sacred pipe ceremony, which to me is throughout my spiritual growth and things. It's been one of the most sacred spaces that I have ever encountered, and I feel so honored and happy to share it with others. This is the pipe, the Chinupa. Popular culture, sometimes they call it the peace pipe. It's all the same thing. You have the masculine is the stem, and the feminine is the bowl. So when we put them together, it's all of creation. It's the yin yang, masculine, feminine, everything as one. And once the pipe goes together, that is a prayer. It's kind of a sign, kind of like when we drum to set sacred space, we call in the spirits. The drum, the sound of the drum actually calls the spirits. People have been drumming for eons. And it's a way that we have been doing it so long that the spirits hear the drum and they automatically turn their attention toward us. Kind of the same thing. When we have the pipe, when we put the pipe together, it's a sign to the spirits that, okay, we're ready to pray now. And so every thought you think when the pipe is put together is a prayer. So remember to pray big, dream big. I have found that the greatest way to pray is in gratitude for those things that you haven't gotten yet. But so you say, thank you for my vitality, thank you for my well-being, thank you for my confidence. Whatever it is that you want, know that you couldn't desire those things unless they existed. In a system that is whole and one, you can't have a desire. You can't have a desire for something outside of that oneness. So if you're desiring it, it exists, and if you're desiring it, it already exists in you. So we pray for, in gratitude, thank you for this gift that you have given me. It's a sign of faith in the universe, knowing that ask and you will receive. So gratitude is the best way that I have found to pray. Not that other ways don't work, but for me this has been the greatest. Things manifest quicker. So the pipe, when I put it together, then I will do the pipe ceremony. I will put in 4 pinches of tobacco, and it is just tobacco. That's probably the the main question I get. So I'll be doing pipe ceremony in the park or over on the beach, and people are like, "What are you smoking?" It's like it's just tobacco. Tobacco has long been the plant offering for the spirits. Again, it's been used so long that when you put tobacco down, the spirits know the language, if that makes sense. And so If you have tobacco, like if you're going for a walk in the woods, it's always a good idea to have some tobacco with you. And you can just scatter it as you walk, thanking the spirits of the place for allowing you to walk there. Thank them for the beauty and for the serenity of that place. If you pick up a rock or pick flowers or something, it's always good to have tobacco to offer as an exchange. Thank you for this beauty that you're allowing me to take with me. So I will put in 4 pinches of tobacco. Cool, I just heard kingfisher. I'm hoping the place where I am right now is where I always see kingfisher. So I'm hoping, I called kingfisher to come smoke with me, so I'm hoping kingfisher shows up anyway. So 4 pinches of tobacco, and I will offer them to the 4 directions. You'll hear the prayers. And if you've been watching me before, if you've seen my other videos doing pipe, I'm actually facing the opposite direction than I normally am. I'm on the opposite side of the river. So it might look like I'm doing it backwards because it's the directions that are the important thing. So I always offer to the east first. And so I'm going to be offering to my right. No, wait, I'm in the west. So I'm going to be offering ahead of me instead of behind me. So we'll do that, and then I will light the pipe, and I will do another blow blessings in the 4 directions, and to sky and earth and all my relations, and then I will sit for a second, and then I will do a prayer blessing, and I'll blow smoke into the camera where you are. And that's your blessing that's aimed at your heart, and that's meant to carry your prayer to Great Spirit. And then I will be doing more prayer. I'm just going to be sitting here praying and meditating, blowing smoke blessings. And so just feel free to just breathe with me, meditate, pray. And then eventually, depending on, I don't even know how long it'll take. Sometimes it takes longer than other times, but I just kind of listen to the spirits, and I puff out the smoke blessings as I am called to, and then at the end, I will say another prayer, and I'll bring the pipe apart, and then we will release our sacred space that I set up. So, if I'm forgetting anything. So the first thing I do before I actually do the pipe ceremony is we want to smudge ourselves and everything on the altar that touches the pipe. So there we go. Here we go. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, I send a voice. I ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All my guides and guardians watch over me as I smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tuwaban, Shanadisi, Majikiwas, and Waboose. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers. All my relations come smoke with me. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, I send a voice. I thank you for our lives. I thank you for these circles. I thank you for these people. Thank you for giving us voice. Thank you for giving us the imagination to see beyond what we see with our eyes, to see brighter days, to see our brighter selves as we move forward through the uncertainty with courage and strength to create a new world. Ihi-la-ihi-o, 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 Oh. Thank you. Just gonna blow out my pipe. Make sure it's clear the next time that I go to do ceremony. So, thank you for joining me. That light that you felt when we did the meditation, that is who you truly are. Carry that light into the world. We're here to change the world. We're here to bring that light and that love and that compassion that the world is so hungry for right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for adding your prayers to mine. Walk in beauty. That is something my teacher Sandra Ingerman always taught us, and it has become my it's how I live my life, I guess. You know, everything you do is either of beauty or of fear. So as you walk in the world, bring more beauty. See the beauty in all things. There is always a gift, even in the hardest, darkest times. There is always a gift. There is always beauty. As our old ways are falling apart, the act of destruction and the act of birth are one and the same. I was talking to one of my guides, and she told me that we get fixated on, okay, you've got death and you've got rebirth, destruction and creation. And we keep seeing it as two sides of the same coin, but we're still seeing it as two sides. She said it's time to see the coin. It's like a toroidal, I don't know, I'm not sure how to even explain that, but as we move through the place where things are falling apart, it's where things rearrange themselves, like the caterpillar in the cocoon. When the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it actually breaks down into genetic soup. It's just a bunch of DNA, and everything is coming apart so that it can be rearranged to produce the butterfly. That's kind of where we are right now in our society. Everything is breaking down. Nobody knows what's going on. We're in the darkness of the cocoon. And when it is time, we will fly, we will spread our wings, and we will emerge into a brighter day, I promise. So thank you again for joining me. Feel free to watch this again if you came in late. Feel free to share it. In these uncertain times, I am here to help support you in any way I can. If you want to check out my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, I do readings from the totem animals and the spirit animals. I do soul retrievals, different things. I'm here to support you. So if there's some way I can do that, please check what I do, and we'll get together somehow. Been doing a lot of readings on Zoom, and so keep that in mind. Feel free to share this if you enjoyed it, if you got something out of it, which I hope you did. I always do. And if you have had readings with me or soul retrievals or classes, and feel free to recommend me to your friends, spread the word. I'm technically right now I am a full-time shaman, so I have no other business at the moment, and so I am reaching out and trying to spread my wings. So I thank you for your support in my doing that, as I support you. And so until next week, thank you again, and go shining. And I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.